Goldin. He must be somehow connected with the lodge. It's the same family name. The inscription on the door says, "To the loving memory of Ivan, Maria, and Neves." A pair of legs found on the outskirts of Sveti Kotar. Owner unknown. This must be a joke. God help me. A dozen people are just standing there looking at each other in complete silence. I'm not sure if that's a woman or a man, or if they're dead or alive. They look petrified, as if they're made of stone. Madam, can you hear me? Are you one of the children of Moise? Where can I find Moise, the prophet? What happened to you? Excuse me. The color of his skin is a mix of death-like pallor and dark blue bruises. Must be agonizing.
She can't talk.
What happened to you?
I have no God. I will be saved both in this life and the ever after.
You think you will be safe without God?
Without God, I live without fear for my life and the hereafter. I wonder when I will hear the prophet preach again. I want to pray with him.
A brainwashed psychopath. Why can't she talk?
She's already a child, my future sister. She is safe now, with no tongue and no eyes.
I would like to speak to your prophet.
No, he speaks only if you're chosen. You cannot come here and demand to speak to him.
Can you ask if I can talk to him?
I'm not a child yet.
Can she ask?
Beware. You're making us all angry.
Have you been to the cemetery lately? I think I saw you there.
I'm not allowed to go anywhere. I have to become a fully initiated child first. Tomorrow, I become a child.
Is it possible that she was at the cemetery?
We don't go to the cemetery. We have no faith anymore.
You have faith in a false prophet.
Watch your mouth. Say nothing against our Savior. Look around you. See how much suffering and death there is. What is your God doing to prevent it? God is useless. Faith is futile. The mountain's malignancy is here. The king is coming.
You have faith in a false prophet.
Watch, look. God is...
Stop fooling me around. I know Moise and his followers stole a body.
You have eyes, but you can't see. God has made you blind. You are enslaved by your own self.
Enough! My children are not murderers.
My prophet,
Our guest is allowed to see.
as you wish, my prophet.
Szkoła Sveti Kotar. Basically the same word as the Polish one. Szkola. I can't do that. It would be too dangerous. Any time now, the whole building could collapse. Traces of chalk, letters, numbers, and even what looks to be formulas are still visible in places. Never seen a lamp with such a long hook as this one.
I'm not a miner anymore, but I still need that lamp.
Grilled rats. I'm honored to be standing here at the feet of the Prophet of Sveti Kotar.
You have to forgive my children. Some lose their temper too easily. You're welcome to stay here. Please, make yourself at home. Have one of my skewers.
I'm not hungry.
I must insist. Nothing good is achieved on an empty stomach.
I'm taking only one for the sake of this conversation.
You didn't eat?
I'm not hungry.
You already said that. It is not only disrespectful towards your host, but it makes your thinking impaired too. If not now, I trust you'll appreciate it later when hunger strikes you. So, what do you want, little priest?
Your followers were seen stealing a body from the cemetery.
You already said that. I'm curious, what body we are talking about?
Fran Merzel's.
I don't know where that body is.
Oh, but you do. Gregor saw your people running away from the graveyard with it.
So it was him who gave you the task. That explains a lot. If a man serves your god, does that make him a good man, no matter what he does?
What's your point?
Just answer my question.
I'm not here to start arguments with a man like you. I need that body.
Gregor has something you want. I understand now. It's not a matter of helping him just because he asked.
I help him, he helps me.
Sure.
Answer my question. Where is the body?
What body?
The one stolen from the cemetery today.
Take off the cover of the barrel and look inside.
Why? What am I going to find in there?
The body you are looking for. Go ahead, little priest. Don't be scared.
He said the truth.
I always tell the truth, and nothing but the truth. Beware of the man who tasked you with this matter. He is not to be trusted.
Why?
He's a drug fiend. And that body is not the body you're looking for.
What?
It is the body my children obtained. but it is not the one you want.
How can you... You're lying now. I suspected this was going too well.
I knew that black-hearted man. He was my boss. I assure you, that is not him in the barrel.
This body is heavily decomposed. How can you be so sure?
He had the jaw enforced with a golden plate, and teeth infused with pure gold. That is not him. This head has no value to me.
So you stole the wrong body?
You think my children made a mistake? My guidance is flawless. They never make mistakes.
They are blind.
Blind in this reality, my little priest. Not blind in the other one. Take it or listen to what I have to say. The choice is yours.
What would you possibly have to say?
This is not the first time a body has disappeared from the cemetery. But it is the first time he wants one back. Something is going on, and I can smell foul play and fear coming from behind the walls.
What are you implying?
Gregor knows this is not Fran. Make him talk. Threaten him with a denouncement for sacrilege. If I'm right, and of course I am, I want you to make him tell you where Fran's body lies. You find Fran's head, and you bring it to me.
It makes me sick to even think about taking someone's head.
Have me as an ally, not a foe. Do what is right.
You are setting me up here. If I do that, I could be the one denounced for sacrilege.
I just want the head. You have my word. I don't care for the Catholic community and their pathetic laws.
How can I trust this man? How can I trust anybody? I don't know what to do. Should I take the body? No. I think I'll have a talk with Gregor instead.
You made the right choice, little priest.
Gregor? Are you in there? I know the truth about the body, Gregor. That is not Fran.
So what were you saying back there?
Is everything all right? The color has vanished from your cheeks.
You mentioned Fran.
Gregor, I'm the only person in this town that can help you get away with this. I want answers, and I need them now. Otherwise, you'll be facing a denouncement for sacrilege. And you know what that means.
Yes, of course. Everything you need.
You won't tell me to shut up anymore?
I'm sinful like all human beings, and I ask for absolution.
Ask for forgiveness elsewhere. I'm only here for answers. Where can I find that Latin inscription? Latin nonsense, as you call it.
It's engraved on the Griswold's family mausoleum.
Which one is theirs?
It's not here. You'll have to find it yourself.
Where?
Bezimeni is the name. It's the old medieval graveyard in the forest at the Church of Mary.
The place where they found the mayor's body. What about the eye drawing from the note? Is it from the Griswolds as well?
Their mausoleum holds just the inscription, but let me see the note again. No, I don't know. It could be the all-seeing eye of God. I'm sorry.
What does Bezimeni mean?
Those who have sinned severely, have become heretics, or acted in any way against God were buried at Bezimeni. The local church wanted them to be forgotten, and so they decided to inscribe their deeds instead of their names. Bezimeni means without a name. History remembers sins, not names.
Nameless graves. What do you know about the Griswolds?
Konrad was a single father who was convicted of murder and cannibalism of dozens of children over a span of several years. He had a daughter, Bella, with whom he allegedly had sexual intercourse. They were both flayed alive, tortured, and ultimately beheaded. Coming from a wealthy family, their relatives managed to get the approval of the church for special treatment, and so they got a mausoleum.
You are absolutely sure the inscription is from the Griswolds' place?
I saw it only there.
You said you never leave home.
I haven't for quite some time, but there was a time when I did.
I don't recall seeing a mausoleum at that graveyard.
Like I said, it was a long time ago, but I'm positive it was a mausoleum.
I don't know, Gregor. There's something you're not telling me.
Benedek? Benedek? What's happening? What is she doing here, on the wall? The subordinate symbol is looking right at me. It's the man from my nightmare. A human-sized crow. I think there's a corpse hidden inside that carpet. I can feel its odor. Am I still dreaming? Benedek is not here. This face is strange. Different from the rest here. It looks like it's craving for something. Water? Blood? I don't like this woman's face. It makes me want to do things to it. Destroying it was a mistake. Now the whole house is bleeding. Horrible, terrible mistake. Crows. So many crows on the trees. They're all looking at this window. Is it because of me? Stairs inside the fireplace? I'm going to descend. Maybe Benedek did the same. What a strange cellar. Is that a glowing well? I know. Benedek always chooses to go towards the light. You down there? He's making me angry. I don't like that. The house is decomposing. Thousands of souls mashed into a soft, pulpy mass. It's so soothing.
How do you know the inscription? You said it yourself. You saw the mausoleum with your own eyes. The inscription is too specific. I knew immediately you must have seen it.
God forgive me. I've panicked after seeing it because I recognized the epitaph. I thought you were here because you found Fran's body.
What? Fran's body is in that same tomb?
Inside Griswold's mausoleum, yes.
This can't be true. But I wouldn't say he's lying. He isn't. Fran's son was ritually murdered and hung in the same graveyard where his father's body lays. Is that right?
Where did you get that note?
It doesn't concern you.
Well, one thing is sure. That family is cursed.
Why hide it there?
I didn't hide it. I traded the body for medicine. For years I've been suffering agonizing bone pain.
Traded with whom?
The Lung brothers. They moved into the mausoleum and made it their own place. Something like that. It's where they keep all their stuff.
How can I find these brothers?
I don't know. They would always come to visit me. I haven't seen them in a while.
It's like my sister had something against... She murders Ranko and tries to find his father's body. Why? For dark and vile purposes. Witchcraft. Devil worship. Why cursed?
Sorry?
You said the Merzels are a cursed family. Why? Because of Nerman?
Why else? That is not a man. It must be a mortal offspring of the moon demon. First, he kills his own father in their house, and then he kills and degrades his own brother by hanging him from the belfry. Without mentioning all the other victims we don't know of, and an unknown number of stolen corpses. Who's next? What does he want? Nobody knows where he is. Nobody dares to know where Nermin is.
The house is decomposing, and there's nothing we can do to save it. I have nothing precious to place on it. Lots of branches, some twigs, traces of mud, and ripped up pieces of a yellow cloth. A very strange yellow cloth. Thousands of dissolving, decomposing bodies. Flesh always finds its way out. The house is decomposing, and there's nothing we can do to save it. Are you all right?
He's here.
Who's here?
Are you one of them?
Who?
Are you here to sacrifice me to the moon god?
Calm down. Nobody's going to hurt you. What is this place?
A catacomb. A subterranean catacomb under my beautiful home.
It looks ancient.
I wonder how many souls have been enslaved here. We must get out of here, quickly and quietly, and seal the well. Yes, seal the well hole. Destroy everything.
How did you end up here?
Too loud, too loud. Quiet. You'll get his attention. I found the passage in the fireplace by pure luck.
Have you seen my brother in here?
He is your brother? Am I your cousin then?
What? I asked if you saw my brother. Benedek?
I think I did. I'm not sure. Did you crawl out of one of these holes?
The ones on the ground?
In the wall. There must be dozens, if not hundreds, of holes in the wall deeper down in the darkness. I saw people in them. Cadavers. No one alive. Except you! Except you! You are him! You are here to sacrifice me!
Don't be afraid. I'm not.
Shh. That's him. I could see a dark figure.
What? I see no one.
He's coming! He's here! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Ah, yes. I think I know who the next victim is. The last one of his kin still breathing. Who else? Lucia.
Lucia is a Merzel?
Of course.
The woman I talked to in the house? Where does she live?
Ranko gave her permission to stay in his house. Nobody wanted to live there after what happened to Fran. I suppose she thought it better than living in the sewers, but then again, she's not the smartest of people.
Where's the house where Nerman killed his father?
It's the same house he used to live in, at the edge of the forest on Gagulta Hill. I still wonder, did the forest curse the house, which then cursed the family that gave life to such an evil thing like Nermin? Or was it the other way around?
I've spent the night there. We had terrible nightmares. We can't remember what happened last night. Oh my God. Victoria threw us into a dungeon of horrors. I was right. I have to get Nikolay out of there. I need him.
Hey, where are you going? Will you denounce me?
Your fate is in God's hands now, not mine. I thought the damn thing was going to attack me again. I may be too late. The doorknob is all bloody. More blood here. It's empty. Except for the massive drops of blood. This bookshelf was full of books before. A lot of them are missing now. I can see the accursed symbol in complete darkness from up here, without kneeling down. We left it on the table, with its front side facing the wall. Now it's up again, looking at me with those mean eyes. For some reason, someone decided to wrap the carpet and put it here. drops of blood leading towards the stairs. It's empty. Except for the massive drops of blood.